The end of the world, it's a concept that has fascinated humanity for millennia. From ancient prophecies to modern science, the question of when and how our world will meet its demise has inspired countless theories and stories. But what does science really say about the end of the world? And how do our beliefs shape our understanding of this ultimate fate? Today, we're diving deep into this question, exploring everything from astrophysics to existential risks, and even touching on religious and philosophical perspectives. Let's start with the scientific view. In the grand scheme of the universe, our planet Earth is just a tiny speck in a vast cosmos. So what does science tell us about the fate of our world? First, let's talk about the sun. Our sun, like all stars, has a life cycle. Currently, it's about halfway through its life, but in around 5 billion years, it will exhaust its nuclear fuel. When this happens, the sun will expand into a red giant, potentially engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. If Earth isn't engulfed, it will still be scorched by the intense heat, making life impossible. Another potential threat comes from space: asteroids and comets. We've seen the damage these cosmic objects can cause, with the most famous example being the impact that likely contributed to the extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. NASA and other space agencies are constantly monitoring near-Earth objects, but while we can predict and possibly divert some, others could pose a sudden and unpredictable threat. Closer to home, human activity has introduced another set of risks. Climate change, driven by greenhouse gas emissions, is already causing significant environmental changes. If left unchecked, it could lead to widespread ecological collapse, making large parts of the Earth uninhabitable. But it's not just natural forces we need to worry about. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and biotechnology also pose significant risks. A runaway AI scenario or a bioengineered virus could have catastrophic consequences, potentially leading to the end of human civilization as we know it. While science offers one view of the end, many cultures and religions have their own interpretations of how the world might end. These beliefs have shaped human history and continue to influence how people think about the future. In Christianity, the concept of the end times is well known, especially in the book of Revelation. This text describes a series of cataclysmic events that will lead to the final judgment, where the faithful will be rewarded and the wicked will be punished. The end of the world in this sense is not just about destruction, but about the fulfillment of divine prophecy. Islam also has its own eschatology. The Day of Judgment, or Yawm al-Qiyamah, is a central tenet of the faith. It's believed that before this day there will be signs, such as the appearance of the Mahdi and the return of Jesus, Isa. This day will bring an end to the world as we know it, followed by the resurrection and judgment of all souls. Hinduism presents a different perspective, seeing the end of the world as part of a cyclical process. According to Hindu beliefs, we are currently in the Kali Yuga, the last of 4 ages. When this age ends, the world will be destroyed and then recreated, continuing the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. Even outside the major world religions, cultures like the ancient Mayans had their own concepts of the end of the world. The Mayan calendar famously led to speculation about the world ending in 2012. Although for the Mayans, this date signified the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, rather than outright destruction. Beyond religious and scientific views, philosophers have also grappled with the concept of the end. From an existential perspective, the end of the world can be seen as the ultimate limit of human experience, raising profound questions about the meaning and purpose of life. The idea of existential risk, threats that could lead to human extinction or a permanent reduction of humanity's potential, has become a focus of modern philosophical thought. These risks include both natural events and human-made catastrophes, challenging us to consider our responsibility to future generations. Then there's the concept of the heat death of the universe, rooted in the second law of thermodynamics. According to this idea, the universe will eventually reach a state of maximum entropy, where no energy is available to sustain processes or life. This would be the ultimate end, not just of our world, but of all worlds. So with all these possible endings, what can we do? While some scenarios are far beyond our control, there are steps we can take to mitigate certain risks. Addressing climate change, for example, requires global cooperation to reduce emissions and develop sustainable technologies. In terms of existential risks, investing in space exploration and colonization could serve as a plan B for humanity. By becoming a multiplanetary species, we might increase our chances of surviving long-term. Ethically managing emerging technologies is also crucial. Ensuring that AI and biotechnology are developed safely and responsibly could prevent some of the more dangerous scenarios from becoming reality. So, when will the world end? The truth is, we don't know, and we may never know. But by understanding the risks and taking proactive steps, we can help ensure that our world continues for as long as possible. The end might be inevitable, but what really matters is how we live until then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the universe.